Hello and welcome to Katoria's Crafts. My name is Kat, and today we're going to be working on this really pretty chevron pattern, which works up super fast. And with the ripples in this blanket, it makes it really warm and cozy. So let's go ahead and get started. And for this, I'm using a number 4 worsted weight yarn. And we're just going to start with a simple slip stitch, like always. And this pattern is made up in sets of 25 plus 5. So what that means is you want to go as wide as you want in sets of 25. So 25, 50, 75, 100, all the way up until your blanket is about as wide as you want. Because this ripples, or because you're coming up and back down, it's not going to be as wide as that starting chain is going to be. So you want to make sure that you give yourself enough room. So definitely keep a tape measure on hand. If you know you want to be about 36 inches, make sure that you go at least one set wider than where you need to be. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started, and we're going to start by chaining 55. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that's our first set. And just to make this a little bit easier, so that way whenever you're counting, keep stitch markers on hand, makes things a lot easier, and you can just kind of pop a stitch marker into this stitch so you know that was 25. So 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, and 55. So then what we're going to do is turn our work, and I used a eye hook to make my chain just so that it's a little bit more roomy. I'm going to switch over to my H, skip that first chain, and we're going to do single crochets in the first 2 stitches. So, well, try that again. There's 1, and there's 2. And we're going to skip 1 stitch, and we're going to single crochet in the next 11. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Then, to get that first peak that we have here, we're going to single crochet 3 stitches, or 3 single crochet into the next stitch. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3, all into that same stitch. And we're going to do 11 single crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I'm going to go ahead and take this marker out. And we're going to skip the next 2 stitches and then crochet 11 single crochets going down. So skip 2, so skip 1, and skip 2. And then starting in the 3rd one, we're going to do another set of 11. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Then we're going to do 3 single crochet into the next stitch. So this one here, we're going to put 3 in here. 1, 2, and 3. And then 11 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So you should have 3 left. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip this first stitch, and we're going to put a single crochet in the last 2. So there's 1 and 2. And then we single crochet and turn our work. So as you can see, we've already started getting the basic shape. As you lay it out, it's a little bit wonky. There's not much structure yet, but it's getting there. So this time, what we're going to do is we're going to work into the back loops of this. So you have your V. When your project is facing you, this first side here is going to be your front loops, and these are your back loops. This is what we're going to be working into for the rest of this pattern. So we're going to single crochet into the next 2, 1 and 2. myself a little bit of slack so my tension doesn't go crazy. Then we're going to skip this next stitch and we're going to work 11 single crochets going forward. So 1, you just go in between this V and out through the back, pull up your loop and pull through both. In through that V, just through the back. And we're just going to work this all the way up. So into that V here. That's 9, 10, and 11. So now we're at the top of that kind of mountainy, peaky thing. We're going to do 3 single crochet into this back loop. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to repeat. So we're going to do 11 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I'm going to go back into that valley. So we're going to skip the next 2. So this one and this one, we're going to do a single crochet in the third chain, or third row, third stitch. There we go. And then 10 more. So that's your first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 3 single crochets into the next stitch. 1, 2, and 3, and then a single crochet into the next 11 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to skip that next stitch and then do 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches. So 1 and 2. Chain 1 and turn your work. So it just kind of works up from here, from the bottom up. And it's really, really simple. So then we're going to do 2 single crochets into the back loops. So 1 and 2. Skip 1. And then single crochet in the next 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 3 single crochets into the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, and then 11, or 1 single crochet into the next 11. Nine, 10, and 11. Skip 2, and then 1 single crochet into the next 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then 3 single crochet into the next stitch. There's 1, 2, and 3, and then 1 single crochet into the next 11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Skip the next stitch and then work 1 single crochet into the next stitch. We're going to change colors, so I'm going to work half of this single crochet. So I'm going to go through that back loop, yarn over and pull up a loop, drop my yarn, and then I'm going to grab my next color, which for the sake of this, I'm just going to use some gray. And I just have it in a little bowl with a binder clip on it, just to keep it from rolling out or getting tangled anywhere. So I have 2 loops on my hook. I'm almost done with that single crochet. To make it kind of seamless, I'm going to yarn over and pull through the end of that. So I'll show you again. So you start your single crochet with your existing color. So insert your hook, pull up your loop, drop color 1, grab onto color 2, and pull it through like you're going to finish that last bit. So now your color's changed. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. We're going to single crochet into the back stitch of the, or back loop of the first 2. So 1 and 2, skip 1, and then single crochet into the next 11. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 3 single crochet into the next, 1, 2, and 3, then a single crochet into the next 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Skip 2. So skip 1, skip 2, and work a single crochet into the next 11. Back up the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Single crochet 3 into the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, and then 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Skip 1 and single crochet into the last 2. So 1 and 2. Chain 1 and turn. As you're doing this, if you do change colors, the easiest way to do this is to just run the color up alongside. So as you get up, you just kind of loop it in with your next single crochet or chain as you're coming around, just to keep things tidy. It will end up looking like this along the edge. So you want to make sure that you put a nice border of at least a single crochet to hide that as you're coming back down. But that way you don't have to weave in as many ends or worry about having it come undone. It will just run all the way up and then you don't have to worry about it. So we'll do this last row together. 1 and 2. Skip 1 and then single crochet 11 in the next, or 1 in the next 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 3 single crochet into the next stitch. 1, 2, and 3, and then 1 into the next 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Skip the next 2 and then single crochet into the next 11 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. 3 single crochet into the next stitch. 1, 2, and 3. and then 1 single crochet into the next 11. The trickiest part about this entire blanket is that first row after you chain, just making sure that you count properly. So even if you have to put stitch markers in, you know, every 11 stitches or so, that's fine. And 11, skip 1, single crochet into the next 2, 1, and this is what I mean when I say you want to carry this up. So you want to grab your working yarn, just kind of that you're carrying up, wrap it over, hold it in place, and just crochet around it. That way it keeps it in place so that it doesn't come loose. And you only have these 2 strands that you now have to work in on this side. At the end, however many colors you have, that's how many strands you'll have to work in. So you just keep working that up until the blanket is as long as you'd like it, or as long as the pattern calls for. And this little edge side just kind of gives you a flat part so that it runs parallel all the way up. And that way you don't have to worry about remembering to skip a stitch at the beginning of each row. So that is how you chevron. If you do have any questions or comments, definitely leave them in the comment section below. If you did enjoy this video, please click the thumbs up button and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell notification button so that you get a quick notification every time a new video is released. I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a wonderful day.